Good afternoon, guys and girls, and welcome back to a weekend edition of Nick's Veggie Patch. It's been absolutely pissing down with rain all day today, so I've popped down just for half an hour or so just to be able to finish off this video to be able to give to you guys. So I'm going to let you know what's been happening around the plot during the week and over the weekend, and just give you a bit of a guided tour, and also to just give you a little short video to say thanks for supporting my video. So without further ado, guys, what I'm going to do is I'll get cracking on and I'll give you a plot tour of Nick's Veggie Patch. Right guys, I've got some chilies here that my mate Dave gave me, and I'm going to be putting them up this morning into this potting container. It's a long one, and what I've done underneath, I've drilled 3 holes, so one at either end, one in the middle. So basically when I put my chilies in, this will allow, when I water them, this will allow any excess water to drain through, so it doesn't soak. It basically doesn't destroy the chili plants, because then they won't get too damp. So basically I've got 4 here. I've got a few more in the greenhouse, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to get 4 in this one and then possibly the rest in another, but one of them is an actual aubergine plant. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my tool here that makes a nice circle. I dump the excess soil back in here for now. Obviously my mate wants the pots back, so again it's just basically putting your hand around the stem and just gently easing that chili out from the pot, and there you go. You see that fits perfectly. Now just press that down. What I will more than likely do is, because they're quite tall, I'll probably get a little green stick just to hold them up so that they are more sturdy. So do the same again. Just use your tool to ease out the compost. I'm just tapping it into this green tray at the moment because I don't want to waste any of this compost. So again, just gently ease it out of the tub. And these are drinking tubs that my mate's used, plastic drinking tubs, so he wants them back. And then that's all you're doing. So basically 2 more left to do. These are going to be really nice in here because I did it last year. I grew some chilies in these sort of containers, and they worked really well. I had a really good crop of chilies last year. So again, go careful to lift it out. What my mate has done is, when he's planted these, he's also used vermiculite and put that in the soil, and it's I believe it's the vermiculite that stops the soil from going too moist. So just 1 more to go here. Just twisting and turning. Now these tools are really handy because they can help you when you're planting into your soil, if you're using raised beds. I've got a new tool which is similar to that, but it's one I can actually put my foot on, push down, twist and lift out, so it's a lot easier. So the last one's going in. So going careful just to lift this out, plonk it into the soil. And all we need now, guys, is just some small little canes just to hold them up to make sure they're safe. So I've got the string now, guys. I'm just gonna gently tie the string around the stem, taking care not to damage it. And hopefully what that should do, that should hold these together while they're growing, because I haven't really worked out where I'm going to put them yet. And then basically, guys, it's all about putting the labels in. So got the labels all done up. Chillies, I'm going to put one over end, so basically people know what they are. And there we have it, guys. These chillies all done up and ready to go. Right, guys, I've had a plot holder across the way come over and asked me if I wanted some iceberg lettuce and a couple of other plants, because she had too many, so I decided to duly accept. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant the iceberg lettuce straight into my new raised bed that I've got here in the polytunnel, and then hopefully we will get some wonderful iceberg lettuces. I'm just using my dobber to make the hole, and then just gently pat them in. Obviously leaving plenty of space for when you put the next one in. Again, I've never grown iceberg lettuce since I've had my plot, so obviously this will help out. And hopefully we'll have some nice iceberg lettuces. Just get these finished off. Put them in and then just gently compost around them. Just the last couple to go in. And this will basically christen my new raised bed, because this is the first thing that's going to be planted in it. And just one more. Right, and there we go, guys. Some lovely iceberg lettuce, and all I'll do now is give them a nice drink of water and they should be fine. Right, guys, I'm today planting out my giant cabbage for the giant cabbage and sunflower competition that me and 2 other friends are having down here on our plot. So I've got my fantastic giant cabbage here. It's gonna go into this raised bed here. Also in the corner just here I've got a lemon balm because I've been told planting things like herbs or nasturtiums into your raised beds help keep away all the pests like caterpillars and the white butterfly, or that you don't want. So yeah, I've got a herb lemon balm put in the pot. It will stay in that pot because if you plant it directly into the ground, not in a pot, then sometimes they can overtake your raised bed. So I've got the lemon balm in there. Cabbage is ready to go in. As you can see, I'm going to put netting over it, so I've cut some tubing to size for either end, and I'm going to put the tubing at that end, and then I'm going to put some netting over it. So what I'll do is I'll get the first bit of tubing up, I'll get the cabbage in, and then I'll come back to you lovely people in a minute. Right guys, I've done the hole now. I've also put the piping in either side. One other thing I forgot to mention is I completely weeded the bed because it did need weeding. So I've taken all the weeds out, and now what I'm going to do is, without damaging it, I'm going to attempt to put the cabbage in. So I've just lifted it out of its bed. I think it needs to go a tiny bit deeper. There we go. So there we go guys, that's my giant cabbage in. Hopefully we're all sorted. Just got the netting to go over, and there's my giant cabbage in, ready for my giant cabbage competition. Right guys, I'm stood behind the back of my polytunnel where I've just planted my giant cabbage, my winning giant cabbage, in the raised bed behind the polytunnel. It's got the lemon balm in a pot as well, and that should ward off things like caterpillars, slugs and snails. I've covered it over with netting, but my giant cabbage is ready to go. So this is for Mark and Dave. I hope you're ready lads. I hope your giant cabbages are looking as healthy as what mine are. Take a good look guys, because this is the winning giant cabbage, and hopefully I shall have the winning giant sunflowers, or sunflower by circumference. But take one good look guys. Hopefully you're seeing the winning cabbage, giant cabbage, on Nick's Veggie Patch. Okay guys, me and the wife decided to visit a woodland this morning to look at some bluebells, and for me this is always the first signs of spring, so I thought I would do this short little video, special little video for you guys, and words need say no more. Right guys, I brought you into the greenhouse to start the plot tour. As you can see, everything is looking amazing. Things are progressing really well in here and I'm really happy with what's happening. So things like my corn on the cob, they've just shot up. I'm sowing them in the root trainers here. They're also sat alongside the pumpkins for Halloween. So everything in here, as you can see, most things are progressing really well, including all 4 of my Carolina Reaper chilies. One of the things that's progressing well in here, which I'm happy about, are my Titans sunflower, because me and 2 other friends down here on our plot, we are doing a sunflower and cabbage competition to see who can grow the biggest giant cabbage and the biggest sunflower by circumference. So everything coming along really nicely in the greenhouse here, and I will take you around guys and show you the rest of the plot. But it'll also need a tidy up because I've also got too much in here at the moment. So I've brought you in the polytunnel guys. There's lots going on in here as well. Things like my climbing beans, my runner beans, more broad beans popping up. Everything I've sown in the root trainers that I borrowed from my mother-in-law are all coming up, so I'm really happy about that. I've also been buying a couple of things just to help us out with. We never seem to have any luck with melons, so I brought my wife 3 melon plants. Hopefully we'll do alright with those. I've got salads in here progressing, they're doing absolutely amazing. We've been picking from them, so we've got more to pick. Also in here, my cucumbers that we planted out and covered over with cloche, they're fabulous, they're okay, they'll survive. Also celery coming on really nicely there, and also the little gem lettuce. Spring onions are coming on. Hopefully we'll get some spring onions this year. Those are the spring onions my mate Dave gave me. And then we bought some radishes, a different variety from the garden centre, just to try them out. So we planted them out yesterday, so hopefully we'll get plenty of radishes off them. It's a variety I didn't have in the seed packet, so I just wanted to see what they were like. I've also, in my new raised bed here, which is on legs, I've planted some iceberg lettuce that a plot holder gave me in the week, and hopefully they will do nicely, give me some good iceberg lettuces. Hopefully things like snails and slugs won't be able to get at them because it's on legs. So fingers crossed, it's all looking good in here guys, and I will take you now round and show you the rest of Nick's veggie patch. Right guys, I'm stood next to the raised bed I've got behind the polytunnel, and in here I've got my giant cabbage that I planted out in the week, so for the giant cabbage and sunflower challenge. So I'm really happy with that. Hope you're taking a look, Dave and Mark, because this, as I said in a previous video, this is the winning giant cabbage. But yeah, it's looking good. I put tubing over it and netting, so hopefully it will protect it from things I don't want destroying it. Also around here, my turnips and my autumn calabrese are coming on really well, and also the mulch that I put in between them seems to be doing the job, so I'm really happy about that. And that's the big bag of mulch I got there from a company called Apsley Farm. Also broad beans still coming on well. Cabbages that I planted there doing well. See how they turn out. Also around here my 2 different varieties of onion sets and my shallots. I didn't get very many shallots, as you can see, so I seem to have got more onions than shallots, but it's all coming on really well. I've also got my 2 lots of garlic out here progressing. This first lot that I planted and the second lot. Also in this raised bed I've got my pak choy. Something's been eating at it, so I'm having a look in there to see what's getting at it, but I can't see anything at the moment. But hopefully some of them are so strong they should easily survive. And then over here I've got the onions that my mate got for me as a gift, Kelsa onions. They're doing fabulous. They're picking up now. They're really nice and strong. So I should get some very big onions, which I'm going to be pleased about. And then I've got my bright lights chard intercropped with my peas, Kelvin and Wonder, and my sugar snap peas. So we'll see how they progress. And then we come to the last bit of the tour. Cauliflowers that might not survive in here because I didn't cover them over with the netting quick enough when I planted them out, but we'll see. And also the Brussels sprouts that my mate gave me. 2 of them are really growing well. I think one of them's been got out again. I need to get into this raised bed and weed it. And then in this one we've got the 3 varieties of cauliflower and the kale. I'll see how they go, because I think something's been trying to get at these as well, but we'll see how it progresses. And then all my lovely raised beds with all the different varieties of potatoes are coming up, and I'll be covering them over with soil in the week so I can get a lot of crops of potatoes. But yeah, it's looking really good here, guys. I'm really happy with it. My strawberries are now starting to flower. Rhubarb is okay, but it's sort of, I think it looks like it's dying off slightly, but I've had lots of good rhubarb off of that. But yeah, as you can see, it's all doing really well, guys. I'm going to go home now because absolutely chucking it down, and I will see you for another episode in the week or next weekend of Nick's Veggie Patch. So stay safe, guys. Keep watching my videos, keep liking them, and I'll see you very shortly. Bye for now, guys. This is a massive shout out to all my YouTube friends. Thanks for watching and subscribing. To see more from Nick's Veggie Patch, hit the thumb button at the bottom of the page to save video to favourites, and hit the button in the bottom right hand corner to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.